just hotels aren't releasing their information
Their
that
deals
early.
and yeah.
Yeah, and definitely flights aren't available yet. But anywho, it's for a lot of my clients, it's like this year is going to be like a crap-tastrophe. There's so much going on, and I need this out there to look forward to.
I'm
And
going to use that word. I like that.
Hashtag craptastrophe, calling it on the travel interview.
Yes.
You're welcome. But yeah, they want that thing out there in the future. Like, this is my goal. Or like, I had a client that like she had a weight loss goal, and so I booked her a beach vacation, and she hung her bathing suit in the bathroom, and that was her goal. Is something just positive to look forward to.
And yeah, you bring up a really good point of that, the motivation. I've heard of other people doing that, especially with bathing suit season and going to the beach and, kind of getting their life back in shape. And I'm a pretty big Dave Ramsey Financial Peace University fan.
We are too.
There you go.
You've led it 5 times. Hell.
Nice. And yeah, I mean, that's on my bucket list is, going to Tennessee and seeing the show live and being able to do the debt-free scream. But that idea of, having a goal that you're working towards is huge.
Oh man. Well, let us know when that's going to be and we'll tune in and listen because
definitely
we got to do it and it was fun. It's worth
man,
it.
I'm so jealous.
Yeah, it's good. It's good. So let me ask you this question. Do you have a personal before vacation and after vacation mental, emotional health story of your own or one that you can share?
Sure. I think definitely before, I think almost every vacation that I've gone on, I can think back to, but, the ones, that I referenced with my family going to Virginia Beach, it's something that we talk about. Like we have a countdown for it. And, everybody's kind of messaging everybody else and that the build up to that, again, with the dopamine and the endorphins and all of that, you're getting that boost even well before the vacation because you're anticipating it and you're just so excited for it. So it's really something that's such a positive. I think of the same thing with, we've taken, trips out to Colorado. We're big into skiing and snowboarding. And so we've done trips where, you stay in, ski in, ski out chalets. And same kind of thing. In terms of the afterwards, I think that's one of the concerns to watch for is what they call the letdown. Mm-hmm. So obviously there's all that build up and then you've got to come back to reality at some point unless you're the very few that are fortunate enough to not have to do the letdown. Mm-hmm. But, kind of preparing for that, okay, I've got to get myself back in that frame of mind and go back to work. And so sometimes working with people on, preparing for that and how do you navigate, okay, getting back to work and, jumping back into things afterwards. And so that it doesn't become this, sort of, I sort of think of like shopping addiction, like a vacation addiction where you just sort of live for the vacations. Life happens in between also.
Do you have a tip for people returning?
Sure. I think, just being honest and real about what your expectations are and being aware that, okay, it's going to happen. You sort of normalize it, that obviously life isn't all peak experiences. Otherwise there wouldn't be a peak experience. It'd all be plateau. And, so sort of preparing yourself for that, kind of walking yourself through mentally or talking that through with your family and your partner, to really look at, okay, we're going to have to get back to the laundry or the traffic. And, we want to make sure that we don't lose the effect of that trip as soon as we, hit the airport or get back in the car. So.
Yeah. I think talking about it maybe even ahead of time so that you're not plotting it while you're on vacation is so that you can actually be on vacation.
And just be present in the vacation, definitely.
Yeah, that's my pitfall is I start working the last couple of days of vacation in my brain.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, it's somewhat natural for us to anticipate, and for some people, it takes them a little bit to unwind when they get on vacation, and then it takes them a little bit to unwind or wind up when they get back a little.
So, do you have or do you see a benefit from people vacationing a certain amount of time? Do you have this is a kind of, the longer the better, or is it 7 days is kind of where you want to hang out, or is 10 days the right amount, or is 2 days too little? What do you have?
I mean, I would say, definitely a week to 10 days is probably the optimal. I mean, definitely if you can go longer, I would say do it. But not everybody has that luxury. I think the shorter, the harder it is to disconnect from the grind and from work and get into that sort of vacation mind space, and really relax and enjoy it. So yeah, I think 7 to 10 days is optimal.
Awesome. Well, if anyone listening doesn't have a travel agent, I would love to set you up with one, or even be your travel agent if the time zone calling customer service piece works out. If not, I have some really great options. If you've been listening to this show, I know many, many, many travel agents that I know and trust, and would love to pair you up with the right travel agent so that not only do you get the benefits of going on vacation, you don't have to stress out about the planning of your vacation, because working with a travel agent should not cost you any more money. There's a commission built into that product. It's going to be the same price or better than what you were looking at online. And you just tell them your hopes and dreams, and they come back with some options. So anywho, you want that to happen, you send me an email. I'll connect you with the right people.
Yeah, I would definitely put in a plug for that. I'm definitely going to continue using your services. So.
Boom. Thanks.
Yep.
Hey, John, what about, I heard a rumor that you think there is a need for and will be starting your own podcast for mental health. Would you tell us about that?
Oh gosh, it's out there on the air.
It's out there.
It's got to really happen now. Yeah. So, hoping within the next probably 6 months, probably less even, if Santa brings me what I want for Christmas. To be starting a mental health podcast, kind of going to be interviewing some different people in the field, different counselors and social workers, but then also kind of branching out. Probably going to be reaching out to you, honestly, have you on for a show, and
wonderful.
A little bit of variety in terms of fitness and nutrition and things like that, and as it factors into the mental health aspect of things. So yeah.
And this is going to be the softer, more approachable side of mental health.
Yeah. My goal is to make it more down to earth, and that's kind of always my goal with my counseling. Is I kind of recognize people don't go to counseling when things are going great. They usually go when things are not going so hot. And so I make it my job to put people at ease and try to make them as comfortable as possible and stay down to earth, to ease them into it.
Yeah, I really think that that's necessary, and I look forward to hearing and supporting your podcast however I can do that. And of
Thanks.
course, when it gets up and running, let us know. We'll put it out there.
Sure.
Until then, tell us how, if anyone wants to contact you, they might contact you, and we will put it also in the show notes.
Sure. So I can be reached by email at J as in John, Dennis, DENNIS, at parentfamilysolutions.com. And so that's our website is the www.parentfamilysolutions.com. And I'm, in addition to the podcast, I'm going to be getting up and going. I write a mental health blog called On the Couch. And that's on WordPress. So it's just the parentfamilysolutions.wordpress.com.
Okay.
And then, we've got, Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest, all that stuff. So.
Okay. Well, we'll make sure to put all of those things on your guest page so that people can contact you, and also in the show notes. Well, John, thank you so much for being my guest. I appreciate you taking a moment to talk mental health better.